Uh, Welcome everyone here to Match at Jack of All Trivia, Intergeekdom Division. I'm your host, Devontae King. This evening we have a great match between two 2-0 competitors, actually playing for that number one contender shot. So the winner here will be playing in a number one contenders match. We have Joe Hot Fuzz Farrelly and Tyler T-Rex Burch, I believe.
Yeah.
I got the nickname right? Okay, cool.
Yeah.
All right, so we can go start with interviews. We can start with Joe. Joe, how you feeling this evening?
Not bad. It's actually been a while since I've played like a full-on geek match in any division. So Full Metal went on hiatus. It's been a minute.
Yeah.
And I haven't played Opening Night Trivia or TMG since I last defended my titles there. And they're going through their tournaments now. So and sometimes you need that to keep yourself in the habit. I mean, I've had fandom and they have a lot of geek categories, so that's quite handy to have. And I've been writing for Opening Night Trivia, so I've still been keeping myself well in the universe of question writing, asking and answering. So, but I've been watching Tyler recently, and guy's on a run. He's playing very, very well. Not sure how this is going to go because he's been playing a lot as well recently. So he's, a very good player who's been playing a lot. So he's got that momentum behind him. We'll see what happens, but I'm looking forward to this, and we'll see if he can join that very small list, which currently consists of Thomas Scully and Robert Parker, which is players to beat me in geek movie trivia.
All right, yeah. That is a very smart list. You tend to not lose a lot, but let's move down your spell. Richie, good luck.
And just to say, the only reason I'm not counting Ryan Payne in that list is because Nerd Entertainment Network puts Geek TV in their trivia, and I've specifically said movie trivia.
Okay. Yes.
Sorry, Ryan.
Yeah. All right. Well, good luck this match, and move down to your opponent, Tyler. Tyler, how are you feeling this evening?
I'm feeling good. Yeah. No. I mean, there's definitely a lot of expectations of, hey, we need to stop Joe from getting into number one contender matches. So, there's always that expectation is like he needs to stop getting all the championships. So, but I mean, I'm feeling good. It's kind of a long weekend, so I'm excited just to get in here and answer some questions. And I think it's gonna be really good. I mean, Joe's a really great competitor, so I always love going against people who are some of the best that we have in the community. So I'm really excited about this opportunity.
All right, cool. Wish you best of luck this match. We can get started on round one. Round one goes like this. Both competitors get 10 questions from various geek categories. Each question is worth 1 point apiece. If you happen to get all 10 right, you will get an extra bonus question. There is no stealing. Remember, you get 4 repeats and 1 challenge. So, Joe, there's some rules round one.
Yeah, I was just writing the extra R.
Oh, okay. Okay, yeah. Okay.
I like to keep track of what I've used.
Yeah, okay. Tyler, you understand rules around one?
Yeah, let's do it.
All right, let's get this match started. Ding, ding, ding. Your first question is in the category of Star Wars. In Rise of Skywalker, what is the name of the abused droid found on Ochi's ship?
You said Star Wars, and I've got 2 more to go in my rewatch, and it's the last. Well, yeah, it's the last 2 of the sequel trilogy. I was like, he's going to say Rise of Skywalker. Isn't he?
Count 5,
and 4, that one was like,
3, 2, 1. Pens down. We'll start with Joe.
Dio.
And Tyler.
Yep, Dio.
Both are correct.
Please don't touch me.
Your second question is in the category of video game movies. You'll find the characters of Krista Bell, Sybil Bennett, Delilah Gillespie, and Pyramid Head in which video game movie? Always competitor's favorite video game movies. And a lot of these are really, really, really bad. These are really...
I'd call you a monster, but I know you had to watch them make the
5,
questions. So
4, yep, 3, 2, 1. Pens down. We'll start with Tyler.
I just went with Silent Hill.
And Joe.
It wasn't. I watched Street Fighter in preparation for this. It's not that. So Assassin's Creed.
Tyler is correct with Silent Hill.
Okay. I was like, I know Pyramid Head's from Silent Hill, but I don't know if it's that from that movie or the other one.
Yeah, you got it. So Tyler takes a 2-1 lead. Third questions in the category of Middle Earth. In the Two Towers, while tracking Merry and Pippin, Legolas notices that the Uruk-hai turn northeast and are taking the hobbits where? It's very long, roundabout way to ask that question, but you know.
You started the question. I was almost about to write northeast. And he said northeast. Oh no, it's not that.
So like, I almost was going to do northeast, but I figured that might be a little bit too tough of a round one question. Go 5,
I've seen
4,
the Two Towers too many
3,
times.
2, 1. Pens down. We'll start with Joe.
Without taking the hobbits to Isengard.
And Tyler.
One of my favorite remixes, Isengard.
Both are correct.
Isengard.
Your fourth question is in the category of the MCU. In Guardians of the Galaxy, what is the name of the remote lawless outpost built in the severed head of a celestial? So, quick to the board again. You guys count. 5.
I wonder what if I'm
4,
like, what happened to that guy?
3, 2, 1. Pens down. We'll start with Tyler.
Nowhere.
And Joe.
Nowhere.
Yeah, both correct.
Yeah, after watching Eternals, it's like.
Yeah.
Oh, that's going to be a date of mine.
Yeah, Eternals has not yet been added. Probably January, whenever the Blu-rays come out. Question 5 is in the Wizarding world. Who are the Gryffindor beaters on the Quidditch team in the Sorcerer's Stone?
Excuse me? That's not me asking for a repeat. I'm just...
Or the Philosopher's Stone for our
Thank you.
Foreign competitors.
That's all I ask.
Yes. Sorcerer/Philosopher's Stone. Yes.
Is this how people can always tell that I've written documents sometimes? Because
you guys count of 5, 4, 3, 2, 1. Pens down. We'll start with Joe.
Fred and George Weasley.
And Tyler.
Fred and George Weasley.
Yeah, both are correct. Your sixth question is in the DCEU. Who plays Peacemaker in The Suicide Squad? I am getting really nervous about asking suicide questions because I'm going to have to worry about the word the and not having the in front of it.
You have to get very
very specific. Yeah. And so I wish you just would have called it Suicide Squad 2. That would have made more sense. But 5, 4, 3, 2, 1. Start with Tyler.
John Cena, but really no one was there.
And Joe.
John Cena.
Correct. So after 6, Tyler has a lead of 6-5. 6-5. Question number 7 is in Star Trek. In Star Trek 09, Kirk first meets Uhura in what type of establishment? I guess we could just call it Star Trek, but yeah. I always put 09 just to make sure.
Unless there's a release dates question, then don't do that.
Yeah, well, yeah, then the release date. That's hard to do. I don't even think I would ask.
Probably the one movie that's never been asked about in a release date question.
Yeah, 3, 2, 1. Pens down. Start with Joe.
You can whistle really loud, Bob.
Yeah. And Tyler.
It's actually the name I was going to use for you. It's a bar.
That's correct. Question 8 is in Heroes and Villains. Heroes and Villains. Which MCU villain says, "You know what's in that cradle? The power to make real change, and that terrifies you"? You guys count of 5, 4, 3, 2, 1. Pens down. I believe we're on Tyler.
I went with Ultron.
And Joe.
Ultron.
Both correct again.
Okay, cool.
Yeah.
I looked at Aya and I was like, wait, wrong cradle.
It's the only cradle. I was like, cradle? Oh, yeah.
Yeah. All right. Question 9 is in Marvel. Karan Soni plays a taxi driver who befriends Wade and wants to be an assassin named what in Deadpool 2? I think I said his name right. Karan, K-A-R-A-N.
Just to clarify, we're asking his name, not what he wants to be called as an assassin.
Yeah, his character name.
Oh, okay.
Sorry, that was my fault. Yeah. So yeah, what's the character name? He wants to be. He's a taxi driver and wants to be an assassin. Yeah.
I was gonna say, whoa.
Yeah, no. Sorry, my fault.
I can tell you what his superpower will be.
Yeah. 5, 4, 3, 2, 1. Pens down. Leave her on Joe.
The power of courage, Depinder.
Yep. And Tyler.
Dopinder.
Correct. So, question 10. We got the jinx on. If Tyler gets this correct, he will have a perfect round. And it is in the category of mixed bag.
Yay.
Paul Giamatti plays Harvey Pekor alongside Hope Davis as Joyce Babner in what mixed bag film? Mixed bag. Always a fun little category. Give you a count of 5.
Can I get a repeat?
4. Yep. Tyler's first repeat. Category mixed bag. Paul Giamatti plays Harvey Pekor alongside Hope Davis as Joyce Babner in what mixed bag film? Give you a count of 5, 4, 3, 2, 1. Pens down. And Tyler for the perfect round.
I didn't have anything. Couldn't pull it.
Didn't have nothing. Joe.
American Splendor?
American Splendor is correct. Joe tying it up there. So a great round, first round for both competitors. Tied 9-9. So no one's surprised here. We'll go to round 2, which is the wheel round. Each competitor will get a spin at said wheel. 5 questions in the categories. Each question with 2 points. However, can take down to multiple choice. Can we do the categories for today? The categories are video game movies, Wizarding World, Star Trek, Spinner's Choice, monster movies, Marvel movies, MCU, DC, Opponent's Choice, and DCEU. And we're both tied, but since Joe technically is considered the higher ranked player right now, Joe, would you like to spin first or second?
I would like to spin first, please.
Spin first. Okay.
Why
Spin
bring
at
that?
the wheel. All right. Here's your first spin. Video game movies. You want to keep video game movies or spin again?
Spin it again, Devontae.
Spin again. All right. So whatever you get this time, you will have to keep. Oof. Looks like they want you to keep video game movies. So remember, 5 questions.
You got this, Joe.
Multiple choice, and Tyler be ready for steals. All right. Your first question, Joe, in video game movies. In Max Payne, Max is suspected in the murder of Natasha because what of his is found at the crime scene?
Multiple choice.
Multiple choice. Is it A, necklace, B, his DNA, C, his wallet, or D, his fingerprint?
With wallet.
Wallet is correct for 1 point. The second question in video game movies. In Sonic the Hedgehog, when Tom shoots Sonic in Sonic the Hedgehog, when Tom shoots Sonic with a trank dart, Sonic loses his bag of rings in what city?
San Francisco.
That is correct for 2 more points.
Good movie.
Literally on. I was flipping through channels. It was on, and that scene was where I turned it on. Like 2 days ago.
Your third question in video game movies.
I love it when that happens.
Yeah. In 2001's Mortal Kombat, Earthrealm's champions have a tattoo of what on their body?
So you mean 2021's?
What did I say? Yeah,
2001.
2021's Mortal Kombat.
Okay.
Earthrealm's champions have a tattoo of what on their body? I have no idea what I said. So
yes, dragon.
Yes, that's correct for 2 points. All right. Your fourth question in video game movies. In Need for Speed, who ends up dying in a car crash during the street race when the car is intentionally bumped towards the start of the film?
Multiple choice.
Multiple choice. Is it A, Pete, B, Dino, C, Toby, or D, Benny?
Benny.
Benny is incorrect. Tyler for the 1 point steal. In Need for Speed, who ends up dying in a car crash during the street race when the car is intentionally bumped towards the start of the film? Is it A, Pete, B, Dino, C, Toby, or D, Benny?
I'm going to go with Dino.
Dino is also incorrect. We're looking for Pete. Pete. Yeah. And Joey, last question in video game movies. What year saw the release of Wing Commander?
You mean I watched Street Fighter for nothing? You
did. You did.
1987.
What was your answer?
1987.
1987 is incorrect. Tyler for the 2 point steal. What year saw the release of Wing Commander?
1993.
1993 is also incorrect. We look for 1999.
Oh.
1999.
Samsonite. Yeah. I was way off.
Yeah. Count. So Joe picking up 5 points in his spin, bringing his total up to 14. Tyler,
that's basically 5 points in what was basically an opponent's choice.
Yeah, it would have been. You're right.
Yeah, it's the only thing I missed in round one. It would have been the smartest choice ever.
So Tyler, here's your spin. Anything but video game movies. Star Trek. Do you want to keep Star Trek or spin again?
I'm gonna go ahead and spin again.
Spin again. Okay, whatever you get here, you'll have to keep.
Damn, I should have spun second.
And you have Marvel films.
All right, sounds good.
Okay. Let me get to the Marvel part of this.
I'm familiar.
Yep. Okay. Take this off.
And sorry for speaking when you were doing your answer earlier, Joe. I didn't mean to.
No, you're cool. It's cool. I was just throwing it out. I think I gave Street Fighter like 1.5 stars, and that was purely for Raul Julia and a joke about the soldier being left, the rest of the army being back at base. That's a good joke. I like that.
Yeah. So, Tyler, 5 questions in Marvel movies. In the Blade franchise, what is the name of the humans who are loyal and property to vampires and hope that they will be turned into a vampire?
Familiars.
That's correct. 2 points. Your second question in Marvel. Which Marvel film opens with the line, "It said the rest was built on legends, tall tales that help us make sense of things too great or too terrifying to believe"?
Can I get a repeat? I think I missed one of the words in there.
Yes. Your second repeat. Which Marvel film opens with the line, "It said that the West was built on legends, tall tales that helps us make sense of things too great or too terrifying to believe"?
I'm going to go multiple choice.
Multiple choice. Is it A, Men in Black, B, Ghost Rider, C, X-Men Apocalypse, or D, Daredevil?
It's Ghost Rider.
Ghost Rider is correct for 1 point.
Yeah, I heard rest instead of west, and I was just like, no.
So
I'm glad I repeated.
Your third question in Marvel. Eggsy dates Tilda, who is a princess of what country in the Kingsman franchise?
Oh, crap.
I see, they don't like it when it's questions about geography outside of the US.
I want to go ahead and go multiple.
Multiple? Is it A, France, B, Switzerland, D, Sweden? Sorry, C, let me read. A, France, B, Switzerland, C, Sweden, or D, Finland?
Is it Switzerland?
Switzerland is incorrect. Joe for the 1 point steal. Eggsy dates Tilda, who is a princess of what country in the Kingsman franchise? Is it A, France, B, Switzerland, C, Sweden, or D, Finland?
Sweden.
Sweden is correct for the 1 point steal.
See, that's why I went multiple, because I was like, I'm going to mix up the two.
Your fourth question in Marvel. In X-Men First Class, when Charles and Eric are putting the team together, who is the first person they go and recruit? Of 5,
I'll go multiple.
4. Multiple. Is it A, Angel, B, Darwin, C, Havoc, or D, Banshee?
Angel?
Angel is correct for 1 point.
Should have gone for it.
And your final question in Marvel. What does Juggernaut throw into the Mutant Re-Education Center that Domino then uses to get the kids out of the burning building in Deadpool 2?
It's a school bus.
That is correct for 2 points. So
I'm going to get you out of here.
Tyler picking up 6 points there, which brings his score to 15. And Joe with that 1 steal. We are tied again at 15-15. So nothing's really has changed.
After my round, I was already doing the calculations. Like, so if he goes perfect, he needs to miss his 5 point. And then I was already ready.
So, third round. Each competitor will get 3 questions. Each question's first question worth 2 points, second's worth 3, third is worth 5. You pick categories from 1 through 14. There's no stealing. Once again, Joe, since you are in the lead, I will let you pick your numbers 1 through, or not in the lead. Sorry, you're the higher ranked competitor.
I know what you meant.
Sorry. Yeah. Sorry, higher ranked competitor, technically 1 through 14. Please give me your 3 numbers.
12, 4, 6.
12, 4, 6. Tyler, please give me your 3 numbers that are not 12, 4, or 6.
He says 1 through 14.
Yeah, 1 through 14. Sorry, yes.
7, 10, 14.
7, 10, 14. Okay. Tyler, since technically you are the lower ranked competitor, you will answer your question first. Remember, you have 2 repeats left, Tyler, and Joe, you have all 4, and both have your challenges. So, Tyler, your 2-point question is you pick number 7, which is in Middle Earth. Middle Earth. What is the name of the sword used by Isildur to cut the One Ring from Sauron's hand? Count of 5, 4, 3, 2,
Dursil.
1. What was that?
Dursil.
Dursil is incorrect. So close. Look for Narsil.
Northfield. Okay.
Yeah.
It's unlucky, Tyler. That's unlucky.
Yeah. Your 3-pointer, you picked number 10, which is in the category of the Wizarding World. The Wizarding World.
I was waiting to say video game. I just don't want it. I know I picked it already. So, like in my head, I picked it.
All right. Your 3-pointer in Wizarding World. In Fantastic Beasts and When to Find Them, when taking Newt into the Maqusa, Maqusa. I should know what that's. It's magical.
Maqusa?
Yeah. Maqusa. Yeah, Maqusa. That's what it is. Yeah. Tina says that they don't allow what in New York. So I'll read it again because I kind of messed up. In Fantastic Beasts and Where to Find Them, when taking Newt into Maqusa, Tina says that they don't allow what in New York. Account of 5, 4, 3,
for the no mages to know
2,
about magic.
That is incorrect. Look for breeding of magical creatures.
Oh.
The breeding of magical creatures.
Oh man, okay.
So your final question, you pick category 14, is in video game movies. Video game movies.
It really wants some attention today, doesn't it?
Yeah, it really did. You guys trying to make me rewrite a bunch of those questions today.
In Street Fighter.
No. For 5 points. How much is the prize money for winning the Dead or Alive contest in DOA Dead or Alive?
$1 million.
I is incorrect. Look for 10 million. 10 million. 10 million. So probably should move back to fourth what George is, but Joe, you answer 1 of your questions, you will win the game. You pick question category 12 for your 2-pointer, and it is in scores and soundtracks. Scores and soundtracks.
So it could still be video games.
Yes. Who composed the score for both the Wolverine and Logan?
Marco Beltrami.
And your winner, Hot Fuzz Farrelly. That is correct. The final score of 17-15. 17-15. So great match, guys. Yeah. We can move on to the interviews as we start with today's winner, Joe. Great match. 9 points in the first round, just missing that video game movie question, and then get video game movies. It's again not bad round. 5, most people would love to have 5 in the video games. Get that 1 point steal, and then answered your 2 in the third round. So how you feeling?
Not bad, actually. Video games, I think 2 of those answers were, absolute punts. Just guesses on the multiple choice. Sonic came up, which was fortunate for me, having very recently watched it, he's part of it. And I think Tyler's 3-pointer was particularly tough. I think Wizarding World, especially Fantastic Beasts one's quite a deep question. But yeah, better luck there. And on a personal level, Marco Beltrami for a while has been a composer that I've never been able to remember. Every time his movies come up when I'm studying, can never remember him. So I worked hard to commit it. So it's sort of a nice sort of personal thing for me. I think Tyler played really well. That first round was incredible. So great answers in the Marvel round. I think this was mostly about luck, sort of working my way through video game movies, and then just the unfortunate questions I think Tyler got in his third round there.
Yeah, sometimes that's how it is. Questions are rough and whatnot, but I will let you know you will be playing in the number 1 contenders match, and you will be playing the winner of Antonio Chavez and Robert Kastner. So is there anyone of those I know you and Robert been having your little rivalry back and forth. So is there either one of those you would particularly rather play? Or
I have no preference. Sort of the start of the year and the end of last year, Antonio and I went head to head quite a lot. And we've had a big sort of break in playing each other. So that could be quite fun to have that come back up again. But yeah, Robert and I seems to be the thing going on at the moment. We've got hopefully some fandom stuff coming up. We had the Untitled title match, we had the TMG title match, and now potentially we've got a number 1 contenders match over here. So that's quite interesting.
Hitting all the leagues you got to hit.
Yeah, that's quite interesting. As I say, we've played each other. So I've played both of them quite a lot, and both of them always take me down to the wire. So that'll be interesting. I don't have a preference there.
Yeah. Cool. Well, good luck in your next match, and we'll move down to. I don't really want to say the loser tonight because it really.
We tend to go really well, Tyler. Second place finisher is the
second place finisher. Yeah.
I don't even want to really
want to use that because it feels like had he played really well. You 9 points in round 1. Once again, last second round and tied. Unfortunate mispronunciation on your 2-pointer and a hard 3-pointer, and once again video game movies sneaking up in there. So Tyler, how you feeling after this?
I mean, obviously I'm not happy. I mean, I had a lot of stuff going on this weekend, and I was gonna brush up on my notes, and I think I probably was definitely necessary because it's been a while. But no, I mean, I felt pretty good about round 1. The last question was just a movie that I forget is in these geek movies, so I haven't gotten a chance to watch it. So now I'm gonna write it down so I can make sure I watch it. Round 2, a couple of those I should have just taken shots on them. Especially going against someone like Joe, it shouldn't. If I'm fairly certain, I should probably just go for it instead of going down to multiple. So that kind of that got me a little bit. I still would have picked the same numbers though, so I probably still would have had the same round 3. So I'm not happy with how that round 3 went out. I'm definitely going to be studying up more, just trying to kind of grease, get a little bit of those spots that they've gotten a little rusty over the past of the year. So gonna touch up those spots and then hopefully come back stronger and get to that title match eventually.
Oh yeah, for sure. I for sure see you playing in a title match fairly soon. Not here, then for sure in one of the leagues. I was going to say, right now this leaves you at 2-1, so you're still very much in the hunt. Maybe not this round, but for sure the next round of matches for sure to be probably still ranked in the top 5. So, is there anyone you would want to play next after this match, or?
I mean, if I think it's definitely a toss up between who wins, Robert and Antonio, but probably one of them, whoever the person is that doesn't make it to that number one contender. Good friends with Robert, so it'd be cool to get to go against him. And then Antonio has always been someone that I've seen, and they play really well. So I'd love to get a chance to go against them. So I think either of those would be really good. But I mean, I'm anyone that's up here that's got that kind of record. I mean, I'm down to play them.
Sure. Well, we could wrap things up. We go around the horn. Joe, where can the people find you?
You can find me pretty much anywhere where the movie trivia is happening at the moment. All over the place on the YouTubes and Facebook and stuff. You also find me Twitter, Joe Ed Farrelly, and on Letterboxd, J Farrelly1. Logging stuff that I've only seen for the first time. Don't put any stuff that I'm rewatching. Might give away my study pack.
And Tyler, where can the people find you?
Yeah, I mean, I'm in all the different leagues, so you can find me doing movie trivia for those. Other than that, I don't really have too much that's going on right now, but I do have a podcast if you want to go back and listen to it for nerdy movies. I'm going to be getting back to it eventually, hopefully, after a couple other projects die down, but it's a Nerd of All Trades, so go check that out if you just want to hear a bunch of people for 2 hours talk about movies and make fun of each other and just be kind of just dumb overall. So if you're looking for something like that, definitely check us out.
For sure. And me from here, Jack of All Trivia, hosting IG matches. Well, me and Dub's also doing a Trident matches, 30 question whiteboard rounds. I do those every other, I think we're moving to Saturdays now. So look out for those. Haven does singles and Travis does teams. So if you want one of those, talk to them. So with the final score tonight, Joe with 17 and Tyler with 15, we will be signing off and see you guys next time.